Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Diatribes from the Voice of Doom. And now, without further ado, once again we present your host today, the Voice of Doom. Okay, thanks. Thank you, everybody. Going to veer a little on this show. Got a little different image. But I was going to talk about some important subjects, and I wanted to kind of dress the part because transgender bathrooms, they make fun of that a lot, but it is a pretty complex subject. And it's like, well, you know, I know what you're thinking. It's like, oh, what a cheesy gimmick, you know, Voice of Doom. Thinks he's all, you know, above it all, and then he, you know, dresses up, you know, pretty pandering. But no, I wish I could say that was true. I wish I could say I was crass, but nope. The fact of the matter is, you know, I wanted to be a girl since I was 6. So, you know, what are you gonna do? I mean, you know, I said I was gonna have to bare my soul to the universe, and I really didn't think I'd have a chance to do it, but. What are you going to do? I think I'm in a unique position to at least, I don't know, a few opinions on the idiocy of how they're dealing with transgenderism. It's wrong. They're not even close to beginning to start to solve anything. But, you know, before I do that, I'll just give you a little, you know, look at how I look. I mean, I think I look okay. From my age, what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna act different. I'm not gonna act like girly, but it's like women's clothes. They're pretty. I like hair. I like makeup. Good stuff. So I have a little history with transgenderism, I guess you could call it, and I could probably offer a few insights. And let's see, what else can I say? I want to discuss pretty much the format of today's show. I want to kind of talk about myself a little bit. I know people on the radio, it's like always going to talk about his childhood, or it's like, I know. But it kind of ties in with everything, so, you know, how things are. And I'll talk about my early things. And I'm going to try to delve a bit into this bathroom business because everybody's missing it. They're not doing well. Because, I mean, it's a hard thing to solve, definitely. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I know from firsthand that a bathroom is an issue, and we'll discuss the history of bathrooms in that segment. And then, I don't know, maybe a little political or social commentary. This will probably go for a few segments because, I mean, it's not trivial. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of different people. One of the first things people got to realize is you can't just lump people together and say, you know, oh, they want to be women, so let them be women. I mean, it's not as simple as that. I mean, not everybody wants to, you know, totally be women, but they want to be perceived as, you know, it's very confusing. Maybe they don't even want to be perceived as women. They want to project that image. If you take it back down to what people really want to do, maybe people would get along better because they'd just be like, oh, he likes to dress in dresses, big deal. So what? He likes makeup. But everything's got to be taken to the extreme and, of course, used as sacred cows. That doesn't do any good. You know, I went to the LGBTQ RSTUVU community center in Reno, and I just thought I wanted, you know, network with people more, and you know, I was dressed pretty nice. I mean, cash, drag queen stuff, just looked normal. And you know, I get there and they're lecturing us on all these different labels. I just wanted to have like a counseling thing, and then the counseling turned out to have nothing to do with dressing or transgender. It was more like like people who were abused when they were kids and stuff, and I'm giving advice about something I don't know anything about, and didn't really, I mean, they made me want to sign a form about being an ally, and I look at it and read it, and it's that usual dribble-drabble college idiocy that I just, I'm not going to sign this just to sign it. I took it to them and said, I can't sign this. I mean, I'm dressed like this, kind of, and it's like, I can't sign this ally thing. So they're like, it's okay. It's not like, Northern Nevada isn't exactly LA, or, they're pretty, there's people that have conservative type thoughts, and they're still kind of on the outskirts. They're on the edge. So, I mean, I just brought that up. Just, it's a big problem. Don't label people. I mean, you want to start putting people into boxes and categories and just create hatred and division because everybody's like, I don't want to admit I'm like this because I'm this way. Just have your individual traits, Yeah, I'm conservative, kinda. But, I like to go out dressed as a woman once in a while, so what? Big deal. But I do have a little history with that. I was probably 5. It would have to be 5 because I needed visual stimulation to even think such a thing. I had been at home with my mom and dad. I mean, it was just me and then my little brother who was like in his diapers. So it was like, I couldn't have been a mother thing because she was just a mom. I didn't have any erotic, whatever. But when I went to kindergarten, I realized that all the kids were dressed up. 1964 or something, girls dressed like girls, and they were kind of pretty, and they had their dresses on, and their long hair, and their ponytails and all that. And I'm like, yeah, that looks funner. I mean, I didn't want to. I kind of in the back of my mind, I'm like, I might be weird. I mean, I just do something's wrong with me. But I'm, I never said much to anybody. Always always a basket case. My point is I was walking the kitchen one day and I'm looking at my mom and I'm probably 6 and I'm like, I wish I was a girl. I don't know why I'm a boy. I wish I was a girl. Be funner. I didn't think, I was a girl in a boy's body. I didn't have any concept of that. I mean, it's just rather be, that way. I didn't want to really get into the sports and trucks, and it really was boring to me. And I was kind of getting into reading, and just like I'd rather just chill and read a book, and they look fun. They're pretty, I want to be like them. So, what are you going to do? That's the way I felt. That's the way it was. So, 64, 65. You kind of get that gist from little cues when you're a kid. And you realize that your feelings are not good. And you best keep them to yourself. And not only did I think my feelings weren't good, but I thought that nobody had these feelings, and I was alone. I was alone on this planet. I don't know how you people do it, but I'm alone. I'm apart from you. So, you pair that up with the Vietnam thing, a feeling of doom, and, I was kind of a basket case, to admit it. Pretty much didn't think I'd live to see 20 because I'm like, sooner or later somebody's going to find out something and I'm going to be exposed and I'll be vilified and reviled and I'll just kill myself because what else can I do? So, it's not really a great way to grow up. I mean, I got to admit. But then I think, well, what if it was this day and age and I was the same person I was and it's this day and age? And it's like, everybody knows about transgenderism before, by the time they're 4. They're given little books about mothers and 2 mothers and this and that, when they're 3. So, it's all good, whatever. People can do, don't push it. Just let things be the way they are and things will be fine. The point is like if I was like 6 in this day and age, and it's like they called me in the office and said, well, who do you feel like being? I mean, do you really like being yourself? And they actually gave me a choice right then. I mean, I really don't know what I'd do. I'd probably be petrified and mortified, and I'd be like, I'd do everything I could to hide it, because it's like, what am I going to do? Just tell these people, I want to be the opposite sex? That's, I would be like, it would be the opposite of what they were probably trying to accomplish. But I don't think too much on that, because it's twisted enough as it is, because, the bathrooms and all that. So, I go through high school, and I hide everything and try to... See, the thing is like, if I was gay and I wanted to be a girl, it'd be like, I wouldn't have any problem with just, boom, I'm going to change my sex right away, as soon as I can. Why not? I mean, I want to be with guys. So, it seems like the logical thing to do. So, I was not gay because I didn't like guys, and I was thinking, if I'm really a girl, or if I want to be a girl, I should like guys. It's like, it's hairy apes, smelly idiots, and I don't want to be with them. And like, I like girls, and I want to be with a girl, and I want to have a girl, and I want to marry a girl, and I want to be a girl, and now I'm all effed up. So, let things go on as they go on. Go to college, and one thing leads to another. It's a series of cause and effect, that one thing had dropped out of place, then everything would have been different. But, got in with a punk band, new wave band. I knew that they were open-minded, but I really didn't want to do it then. I was kind of involved with studying and classes and doing gigs and smoking lots of pot and partying, and I just kind of didn't really think too much about that. I was always with friends, so didn't really have time to even do clandestine little dressing up. I'm not going to be able to get to much, I can tell. I'm going to do another segment, but I'll just finish up sort of and just say that when I met my first fiance, who would have been my wife if things had been different, I finally kind of said, I got to be honest, I'm, falling in love with this girl, but I ain't going to be sneaking around. So I told her, and I told her that, I like to dress, and it's, and she was real open-minded. I knew she would be, because when I met her, I said, this is a girl that'll be able to not be a closed-minded idiot, and it was great. But I could go into great detail about that relationship. I don't want to right now, and I pretty much did good. I was kind of worried about this segment, because I'm going to come out like this, and everybody's going to be like rolling their eyes. But I mean, it's legitimate. I'm sincere. It's true. It's good to get off my chest. So I like that. And I'm going to do another segment right after this, so that I can keep going with my train of thought. Because I'd like to solve all these problems once and for all, because there's bigger fish to fry, believe you me. So, it's only 13 minutes. It's good, almost 14. Call it a night on this segment, and I'll be right back.